Oh boy, good morning, good morning. Man, I am tired this morning. Not real tired, but had trouble getting up a little bit, not too much. It's a kind of a dreary day today out in Maryland. Let's clear these windows off. Alright, so of course before we begin, I appreciate if you'd hit the subscribe button and the like button. Let me know what you think about the topic in the comments section, and we'll go from there. So what I wanted to talk about today, pretty much, I had to take a moment, man. I was going to do a video yesterday, but I really had to sit back, and it's gotten to the point with this whole thing with media that sometimes you gotta take a break. You gotta really legitimately sometimes just step away from it. Like step away from the social media. Don't use your phone as much. Like completely turn off the news, because that shit is, it just becomes too stressful. I had to unplug, man. It was crazy. Like that shit starts to get in your mind, and you start thinking and thinking. Next thing you know, most of your day is consumed by thinking about like all this stuff going on, man. And it's gotten so hard. I talked to a couple other people that were saying the same thing. Like it's literally everywhere. Like if you sit back and try to unplug, everywhere you look and go, you're reminded of this. And it's basically, it's a mind fuck, man. You gotta unplug, man, because it'll drive you insane. That's what I basically did myself. I had to just basically turn off. So I've been trying to play the PlayStation, whatever like that. I don't have a 5. And interesting, here's my thing about the 5. Interesting story about the 5. People all talking about they got the Xbox and the 5 already. People saying they love it. There's one guy posted a picture of 2K online from the ps5. I'm like, yo, I just cannot get with buying a console when it first comes out. Like, I did that before with the Xbox 360. I had one of the first ones that came out, but I didn't buy it. Interesting story. I didn't buy it from the store brand new, and I didn't buy it when it was first released, but I did buy one of the first ones that came out, which means basically the one I bought was one of the first ones that was sold. I bought it used. And man, that red eyes or red rings of death, whatever you want to call it, that pissed me royally off, because at the time, only other thing I had in the house was a PlayStation 2. I didn't even have a PlayStation 3 yet. And like, I wasn't trying to shell out $500 for a game console. It was too much money. Like, yeah, that's just too expensive. At the time anyway. Like I wasn't making moves like I am now, but $500 for a gaming system was like unreasonable for me. So I'm like, yo, I'm not paying that no time soon. So I'm just gonna be over here playing PlayStation 2 until they come down in price. Then I got the opportunity to get a game system, and from a dude, and I bought it from him. And basically I played the joint. It was cool though. Like the joint was nice. I used to play like Street Fighter and shit like that. I was a big fan of Street Fighter back in the day before they went 3D. But I was playing Street Fighter real heavy, and a couple other joints too. And then that joint got the red rings of death. So I was like, yo, I am never buying another game system like off the assembly line, because they have so many bugs and stuff like that they have yet to fix, and issues. And PlayStation usually has a good reputation, but I done heard PlayStation set people's house on fire. Matter of fact, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and say one of my relatives, man, he had his PlayStation 2. He left his PlayStation 2 hooked up. It wasn't on, but like when you leave the PlayStation, if you remember, you leave the PlayStation 2. If you shut it off properly, you gotta hold the reset button. That's another thing too. Like, yo, with the PlayStation 2, I actually destroyed some of my discs because I was turning it off wrong. I would just switch it off. You're not supposed to switch it off though. With the PlayStation 2, you're supposed to hold the reset button until the game powers down, but you'll still have the little red dot or something like that on the joint, which indicates that it's on standby mode. But if you just turn it off by itself, like the disc will keep spinning and just drop down, because the disc is raised up, and when you cut it down, it basically lowers, and then it'll scrape the lens all over the disc. So what happened to me after a while, like the games just stopped reading. At first became like certain scenes wouldn't read properly, the game would freeze up, and then it just stopped reading altogether. So PlayStation is not without its problems. So with that said, I'm gonna let it air out. I'm gonna let everybody else buy it first. Pretty much see how it goes with them. Maybe give it a few more months. Hopefully the price will drop, but it probably won't. It probably won't drop for like another year or so. But yeah, go from there. Pretty much do that. Let that be it, and maybe get it later. And then by the time also I get it, there's gonna be more games. But that's where I'm at with the PS5 thing, the whole PS5 thing. It looks good though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the dude posted a picture of LeBron on 2K. I couldn't even tell it was a video game. And I was playing Red Dead Redemption the other day on PlayStation 4. And I'm just looking at how the atmosphere is so detailed. Like, god damn, yo. These games are getting to the point where you're not going to be able to distinguish them from real life. You know, it's super interesting, man. And I think the next step is going to be the VR headsets, man. Like, that's going to become the norm. Like, wearing a headset and being in the game is going to become the norm. But it's going to become so advanced. And it's going to be I say the norm, advanced, pretty much accepted or aimed for. Pretty much everybody's going to be doing it. It's going to be like, yo, you're going to have to shift. I mean, it's only but so far looking at a TV, you know, sitting on your couch looking at a TV with a game controller in your hand can go. It's got to evolve beyond that. And the next thing is going to be virtual reality. Now, they already said they got some headsets for PS4, but they never really caught on like that because they were stupid expensive. I'm aware of the Oculus Rift and all that stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and say a majority of games are still being played by people sitting on the couch looking at a TV. That's going to have to change, but the games are going to have to step themselves way up. It's not going to be a situation where the games can remain like they are. They're going to have to be like, yo, first, it's going to have to be so good that it catches such fire that people are actively moving away from the TV. They don't want the TV no more. They want the headset. So that's what it's gonna have to be, man. But I mean, I think gaming is gonna evolve, definitely. So that's where I'm at with the PS5 thing. I'm gonna sit out. I'm not buying Xbox. Ever since the Red Rings of Death, I don't fuck with Xbox anymore. Xbox lost me. They lost me with that shit. That shit was crazy. I had all these accessories, craziness. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it moving. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Meanwhile, I'll holler at you later. Peace out.